Hey guys, this is Full Stuff Incorporated, and I wanted to give you guys a list of my Ritual Beast deck. And before I get started, I want to give a formal apology about me not putting up content recently. I've been out of the loop for a bit, and I've just been, I don't know, I haven't been feeling my best lately. But I think that kind of subsided, so I can give you guys this deck profile. And I've been playing this deck since I've been out of the loop for a bit. And I've been playing the game just way less because I've been a bit disengaged because of life in general, but I think I can definitely get back into it, and I think I can give you guys a good list. So, without further ado, let's start with this Ritual Beast deck profile. So, starting off, we have one Ritual Beast of Paleo, Spiritual Beast of Paleo, because I don't know why people run multiples of this thing. I mean, sure, you can get multiple sent to the graveyard, and it sucks to draw at one, but what's the point, really? I mean, realistically, you don't need too many beasts in your hand. In fact, I've quite a bit of this happen already. But I want to open Rampengu and Kanahawk for that. And I'm going to try to draw my traps and draw the one of a Paleo. But, you know, that's just me. You guys can run multiple Paleo if you want to. I just don't. Just because it's not really that necessary. It's kind of overkill if you do two. Maybe even three. Okay, I can't imagine three. Dear God. But yeah, it's one of Paleo. Then we have two Spiritual Beast Tamer Wenda, which is one of each name. It is a Spiritual Beast and a Ritual Beast Tamer. So you can, okay, here's something you can do with this card. If you have two banished, or two in your graveyard for ambush, you can banish a fusion monster, summon two of these things at the same time, because it says you can only spell summon Spiritual Beast Tamer Wenda once per turn. And there's an S in parentheses afterwards. So that means you can summon multiples at once. You can only do that once per turn. So, neat fact of the day, it can make your board stronger, and it's really freaking good. The reason I run this thing at 3 is because sometimes it breaks at 3, but, you know, it's actually really good in general. I just put at 1 or 2 of their favorite hand traps. If you guys want to have any kind of modern build with Ritual Beasts. Next up, we have 3 Rampengu and 3 Kanahawk, because those are easily your best Spiritual Beast monsters, because they set up your plays for future turns in case you do brick, which does happen a bit too often for my liking, but hey, that's their Ritual Beast. So yeah, and then the fact that they can extend your plays also, they're just really freaking good in general, and I feel like you should play no less than 3 of each of these guys. Next up, you have 2 Ritual Beast Tamer Wen, because there is no other monster like it, really. Just because Zephyrin Pelika is Lara, but a pendulum monster, but Wen doesn't have that luxury. Plus, it makes your Gold Star plays very good, and it allows you to have backup plays in case you don't open Elder, Kanahawk, or Elder Rampengu. The next one we have 1 Zephyrin Pelika, because it's your searchable target for Oracle of Zephyra, and I run it at 1 because I just feel the need. I feel like that if I need to search a name, and if I don't get Zephyrin Pelika, Oracle of Zephyr, or Terraform to get to Zephyrin Pelika, I can only just search Lara, because Lara can send itself to the graveyard, so you can banish it for your Keeman Falcos. So yeah, that's kind of the neatness of Zephyrin Pelika, because it's searchable. It's actually really good in this deck. I just feel like just run it at 1 or 2. Never run it at 3, please. Anyway, let's go on with 3 Elder, because that's easily your best tamer of the deck. Just because tamer is freaking awesome, and it allows you to just get so many pluses at minimal resources. If you open that and Rampengu or Kanahawk, you'll end off with a really strong board with the Search Steeds and the Search Ambush. That is if you don't open either of those right already, just so you can search another Steeds or something, which is very freaking good for this deck. So, yeah. And on to the hand traps being 2 Ash Blossom and 2 Ghost Ogre, just because the neatness of both of those cards is invaluable. I mean, I run Ash, so if I come across True Draco, I can manage it better. And there's Ghost Ogre, just because, you can stop the Pendulum and just match up pretty well. And if I'm going first with this deck, well, Steeds is a great way to go about it. So, yeah, that's my thought process on each hand trap. And if it gets bad enough with Pendulum Magicians, I'm going to remove Ash Blossom and put in a Fetch Veiler, just because it's that good right now. And going first with this deck is invaluable, but going second is not the worst thing in the world either, unless your opponent gets a really big board. So, yeah, there's that. And now the spells being 2 Terraforming, 1 Oracle of Zephyra, and 1 Brain Research Lab. You just my field spell engine of the deck, because Oracle is Zephyr considers Zephyr and Pelika, so it's not really a minus. And Brain Research Lab is your Gem-Max Seraphinite of the deck without having to run the Brilliant Fusion engine. So, yeah, these cards are really good. And you can run Terraforming at 3 if you want to. Just run it at 2, because I hate opening multiples. It sucks. And then on to the other spells, being 2 Gold Sark and 1 D-Fissure. Just because with Gold Sark at 2, well, it's at 3 now, but I just put it at 2 because opening multiples does suck at times. But if you open Wen with it, it can actually unbrick your hands. It can actually get you quite a bit of combo plays. But you would just need to know how to play the deck inside and out. So this way you don't have to be stuck with Elder, Rampengu, or Kanahawk plays. Then if you know the deck well enough, you know why I put it at 2. You can run 3, or maybe even 1, but I just put it at 2. It's because I don't feel like drawing too many multiples. And now onto the trap cards, being 3 Steeds, because this is easily your best trap card of the deck. If you control a Ritual Beast monster, you can blow up monsters on the field. Equals up to the number of Ritual Beast monsters you control, including itself in case you get evenly matched. And also the fact that it doesn't target is really freaking good. Just so your opponent can't really avoid it once it resolves. So, yeah, there's my reason for playing 3 Steeds. You can run it at 2. Well, I just run it at 3 just because it's freaking phenomenal. Then there's 3 Terraforming because, not Terraforming, Torrential Tribute. Just because, okay, let me tell you how this works. The reason I put it at 3 is because if you don't open the strongest play, you usually have like Ulti Petalfin or Ulti Apelio. You can split the Ulti Apelio when your opponent summons a monster and then Torrential. Because the cost of using one of the fusion monster effects or Kemoon Falcons is the fact that they banish themselves before they summon the monsters. Then Chainlink 3, you use Torrential Tribute, their monsters are blown up, and then you get your monsters from your fusion monster or Kemoon Falcons. So, and also it's a really good defense card against Pendulum Magicians, and maybe against True Draco if they don't tribute a trap card. So, yeah, the card's really good there, and I feel like that's very underrated right now in this metagame. It's understandable why it's not, because it's a trap card, but yeah, I feel like the interaction with this card, with this deck, is really freaking good. Then we have 2 Ambush, because it's your recovery card of the deck, and also the fact that you can bring your monsters back. It's a +1 in itself, so why not have it? And I don't run it at 3 because oh my god, I hate opening multiples, it sucks, but yeah, it's necessary to have 2, but never 3, and not just 1. So 2 is very good. Then up we have 1 Macrocosmos, because, the deck doesn't mind banishing its stuff unless you're afraid of that Raider Ghost Dugger not resolving. Well, that's pretty much the only thing that stops from resolving, or Zephyr and Pelika or Lara, but they're suggesting that you use Macro before you get to Zephyr and Pelika or Lara, or your hand traps for that matter. So yeah, that's the reason for that. Next up we have 2 Solemn Strike, 1 Warning, and 1 Judgment. Just because those cards are really freaking good, man. I mean, they're counter traps, they stop summonings or monster effects or effects respectively. So yeah, why not have these? I mean, the deck doesn't worry too much about life points. I mean, it's pretty much, if you're at 0, then sorry, you lost. But anywhere else but the Solemns, you're pretty much perfectly fine. So yeah, it's my main deck for the Ritual Beast deck. And now, let's get on to the extra decking. 1 Ritual Beast Ulti Apelio, because you only need 1 now. It used to be run at multiples until Kemoon Falcons came out. So it's no longer necessary to run at multiples, and 1 is really nice, because you can have a 3200 beater that one they can summon out. So that's very nice. You can run it at 2 if you want, just run it at 1, because I typically summon Ulti Apelio before that, which I run 3 of. Because it's pretty much the almost Armades of the deck, because when it attacks, it's entirely immune to other card effects until the end of the attack. So it's entirely immune to Apelio's boosting and stuff, and Kemoon Falcons, which sucks. But all else is perfectly fine, so don't have to worry about that too much. Then we have 1 Ritual Beast Ulti Kanahawk, because I don't know why it's limited to 1 still, but Ulti Kanahawk is really freaking good, just because you can get some of your best plays off of this thing. In fact, your Ritual Beast monster, it's the Ritual Beast monster. It's the heart and soul of the deck. So why run any less than 1? Why run any less than 1 right now, and any less than 3 if it ever got off the list? Now, for the fusion monster, we have 1 Ritual Beast Ulti Petalfin, just because he's your main defense of the deck in case you don't have the best of openings, but Ulti Petalfin is still really good at what it does. I mean, this thing is the only one that can openly survive Torrential Tribute if you activate it without reaching resources. So, yeah, there's the neat fact of the day. Then for the Xyz, you have Utopia packaging, 1 Utopia and 1 Lightning, 1 Baguska, and 1 Lightning Chidori, because Lightning Chidori can actually be run in this deck, and that's a big thing for me. And then for the Link monsters, we have 3 Ritual Beast Ulti-Ki-Moon Falcos, 1 Deco Talker, and 1 Borlo Dragon. Just because Borlo Dragon is awesome. Out to what's his face, Masterpiece, and Deco Talker can be a really big beater. So yeah, that's my deck list for Ritual Beasts. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like it, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, join the Fight for Army, and together we will beat the meta. I will probably change the channel name soon enough, so please do leave names down in the comment section. And as always, if you like this video, then please subscribe for future videos. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care. It's sorry if I sound tired. I didn't get my sleep last night. But hey, that's how it is. So take care.